Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to Weather on the Go, all your weather coverage. Hope everybody's having a great start to their Friday out there. In today's weather forecast, we'll be walking you through the record warmth across the country, especially heading into next week. How warm will temperatures get, as well as a significant storm system still on track as we go through the Monday through Wednesday timeframe, early to mid portion of next week. And it could bring some heavy snow, heavy rain, and severe weather to parts of the country, and we'll also take a look at the long range forecast later on in today's weather forecast. So if you are new to the channel and like detailed weather breakdowns across North America throughout 2024, make sure to hit the subscribe button down below so you guys stay up to date on the accurate weather forecast right here on this channel moving throughout 2024, and also be sure to press the like button down below. It helps out more than you know. So let's take you outside to the temperatures this morning across the lower 48. You can see out west in the Rockies, we are seeing some colder temperatures as we have higher elevation and also snow cover in those areas. So temperatures out across the Rockies are starting off into the single digits and the teens this morning. Also seeing those teens and 20s across portions of the upper Midwest, the upper Great Lakes region, and New England as of this morning. So make sure to bundle up as you are heading out the door. But going into the afternoon, more spring-like warmth is expected to ensue across the southern and central U.S. as we go into the afternoon hours. A lot of 60s and 70s can be expected across these areas. And going into the weekend, you can expect the same across the Great Plains here. More 50s, 60s, and 70s, especially the further south you go into Texas or Oklahoma. You'll see the 70-degree high temperatures on Saturday. A cold pocket of air moving from southeastern Canada, diving south into the Great Lakes and the Mid-Atlantic, and also the Northeast on Saturday will tend to cool off our temperatures back below freezing in some of these areas for Saturday afternoon, but we quickly rebound into the 30s and 40s in those areas on Sunday. And look at all the spring-like warmth across the central and southern U.S. on Sunday. 80s returning across west central and central Texas here as we go into Sunday afternoon. Looking at the current weather conditions across the U.S. this morning, not much happening outside of a storm system across the eastern seaboard here, bringing a mix of rain and snow up here toward the I-95 corridor from Boston down through Hartford and New York City this morning. Really not that big of a deal. And then we see all liquid precipitation with rain from Virginia down through the Carolinas, Georgia, Alabama, and northwestern Florida this morning. Otherwise, we're primarily dry across the remainder of the country this morning. So let's walk you through the next couple of days with precipitation. You can see through today, that weather system across the eastern seaboard will continue to produce some light to moderate rain or snow showers, really hit and miss across these areas and not seeing any severe weather. So that's certainly some good news. Going into your Saturday, outside of a few flurries or snow showers in the Appalachians or the higher elevations of the Smoky Mountains here, not really seeing anything across the U.S. in general as we go into Saturday. Sunday, the same story, very dry across the lower 48 during this time frame. So overall, going through Sunday night, we're really not seeing that much accumulation out there of any of our precipitation, really seeing some light amounts across the eastern seaboard, and the rest of us primarily will be dry, and we're really just not seeing that much snowfall either in this pattern as our record warm temperatures do continue as we go through the weekend. Now it's turning into early next week. We are continuing to monitor a significant storm system. We've been talking about this for several days. This will start across the Pacific Northwest on Monday, and this will be diving into the middle of the country by Tuesday. And as it dives into the Central Plains and eventually entering into the upper Midwest, this will be encountering some record warmth and well above normal temperatures just in general. And this will be a clash of the air masses, and this will be some trouble across the middle of the country by Tuesday. And as this ejects into southeastern Canada on Wednesday, this will also be tracking into some warmer temperatures. So this could be a storm to watch, especially for Tuesday into Wednesday time frame. But let's look at our temperatures during that period. You can see on Monday, these are more of temperatures you are likely to see into April, if not even May timeframe. You can see 70s all the way up here into the Hawkeye state of Iowa. We're at 71 in Des Moines, 70 in the land of Lincoln down here at the capital into Springfield, Illinois. You can see 75 in Kansas City, 87 for a high on Monday in Dallas, Fort Worth. So definitely a very toasty start to the week. As we go into Tuesday, more of that warmth continuing from the Midwest, Great Lakes, all the way down toward the Gulf Coast here. But notice a powerful cold front will be trailing across the upper Midwest and the Central Plains. And this is the start of a major storm system that will be traversing the country. Behind the front, temperatures will rapidly cool down into the single digits and teens. But ahead of the front, more April, May type of temperatures across these areas. And as we go into Wednesday, you see the front continuing to progress further off to the east. But notice the cold on Wednesday is not as cold as on Tuesday because of the lack of snow cover across this region. So across the Midwest, the Great Lakes, as the cold front comes in, this is not going to be as cold because of the lack of snow cover, and the temperatures will be more moderated at this time. But you can see more April-like warmth across the east on Wednesday, and then on Thursday that spreads off the east coast and we start to have that return flow with another ridge of high pressure building in later next week. So let's walk you through this storm system and show you what you can expect. So on Monday, dry across the middle of the country and the eastern part of the country primarily. We're watching the energy up here across the Pacific Northwest, some heavier snows up here for the Cascades into Washington State and Oregon, and parts of the Sierras out here in California. Heavier snow for Idaho, western Montana, and western Wyoming on Monday. As we go into Tuesday, the warm sector, and a very large warm sector of the storm at that, will be moving all the way into the Great Lakes. The warm front will be all the way up here as well. And then the trailing cold front will have enough moisture with it where we could turn this over to snow from Minnesota and western Wisconsin down through portions of the Dakotas, Nebraska, and back toward the Front Range here in toward the Rockies on Tuesday. We have to monitor the threat for some severe weather on the leading edge of this cold front on Tuesday into Tuesday night, and especially as we go into Wednesday, as we have some instability to work with and a very dynamic jet stream with this system as we go into Wednesday. So here's the Tuesday outlook, the latest update from the Storm Prediction Center from Chicago, Indianapolis, down through St. Louis here, Paducah, Kentucky, down into the Little Rock region. We could be talking a slight risk of severe weather, some scattered severe thunderstorms with all modes of severe weather in play here. And this will mainly be overnight on Tuesday, so after dark, and we could be talking damaging winds, large hail, and even a few tornadoes. And then as we go into Wednesday, that area of interest moves further south across portions of the Tennessee Valley and Dixie Alley. So places like Lexington, Kentucky, Nashville, and Knoxville, down there into the Atlanta metro area, Birmingham, Tuscaloosa, down into the Jackson, Mississippi area, and also Memphis, Tennessee, as we go into that Wednesday timeframe. And again, all modes of severe weather will be in play, including damaging winds, large hail, and even a couple of tornadoes. We'll keep an eye on that. But as severe weather season is coming, and it's coming quick, we are keeping an eye on all these severe weather storms and all the severe storms in general. So just make sure that you know where to go during a tornado warning here. The lowest, most interior room in your home could definitely save your life during a tornado this upcoming severe weather season. So make sure to prepare those plans with your family and get ready for this upcoming severe weather season, as I do expect it to be a very active one this spring and this summer. Now, looking at precipitation from Monday through Wednesday timeframe, the heaviest precipitation will be in southeastern Canada. Primarily this will be snow, but then down here across the Ohio and Tennessee River valleys, that's where the heaviest axis of rainfall will be, and some of these areas could see 1 to 2 inches of rain through that 3-day period. And there's the snowfall prospects. Like I mentioned, southeastern Canada, the heaviest snows will be up here in Quebec and eastern Ontario, several inches of accumulation and a plowable snow will be likely in those areas. We could have some snow showers down here into the upper Midwest and Central Plains as this cold front sweeps on through. Really not talking about much in the way of accumulation on pavement after we're coming off of some record warm temperatures, but we could start to see more of this on grassy surfaces here, and then of course some heavier snow out west. We mentioned the Cascades, the Sierras, and the Rockies getting very hard hit by the snowfall during that 3-day period between Monday the 26th and Wednesday the 28th of next week. Then we reload the pattern and we do it all over again potentially into early March. So looking here from March 1st on Friday through the Friday, March 8th time frame, we have another ridge of high pressure out east and another trough moving into the western U.S. And eventually this will likely eject into the Central Plains during that first week into March time frame. And this will be a clash of the air masses as well. We have warmer, well above normal temperatures east of the Rockies, colder, below normal temperatures west across the Rockies and the Intermountain West. And this could lead to another volatile environment where we see more heavier thunderstorms and severe potential, especially for the Mississippi Valley and the Southeast during this period. And then as we go into that second week in March, the 8th through the 15th time frame, we have more blocking into eastern Canada with high pressure up here, so a lot drier but warmer with above normal temperatures. And you can see across the lower 48, that will force that active storm track further to the south, and we'll see more storm systems right off of that subtropical jet stream. And there is that El Nino look still to the pattern into the second week of March. You can see well above normal temperatures across portions of Canada, the upper Midwest, the Great Lakes into the Northeast and New England, and then more colder air as that trough continues to move in across the West and the southern U.S. during that second week in March. But another volatile situation where we have more active weather, heavy rain, and severe weather potential likely going into the second week in March, somewhere across the Mississippi Valley and the Southeast during this period as we go into that time frame. So early March severe weather forecast. This is from Friday, March 1st through Friday, March 15th, the first 2 weeks of March. This is the severe weather forecast. If you're highlighted in yellow, that's essentially a low potential for severe weather, but that could be as far north here as Minnesota, Wisconsin, and Michigan. And then you see in the orange, that's an elevated potential for severe weather. That could be as far north as the Illinois Valley and the Ohio River Valley, into southern Illinois, into portions of Missouri there, and southern Indiana and Kentucky. We'll keep an eye on that during the first 2 weeks of March. So needless to say, a very active period of weather is upcoming, so make sure you review your severe weather preparedness plans with your family and get ready for severe weather season upcoming. And also make sure to enjoy the warmer temperatures outdoors. Take advantage of the nice spring-like temperatures during this period. Thank you guys so much for watching. Subscribe to the channel if you like detailed weather breakdowns across North America throughout 2024. We'll keep you covered here. Make sure to press the like button down below. It helps out more than you know, and I hope everyone has a wonderful rest of their Friday out there.